Hey YouTube, my name is Ambrosia27 and this is the first real video that I'll be posting on this channel. I want to try to make a series of videos that'll be paying attention to my weight loss journey and keeping track of how and what I'm doing to get healthy. Now if you can't tell, I'm fat. There's no way to beat around the bush, I'm fat. And as a matter of fact, according to the body mass index, as a woman standing 5'7" and weighing 228 pounds, I'm obese. This isn't great, this isn't okay, there's no way to downplay how serious this is, but it's a hell of a lot better than where I was in April of last year. Around April, I went to the doctor's office and I stepped on the scale and it read 250 pounds. So they asked me to do some tests. I had blood drawn and they told me that I was insulin resistant, that I had high blood pressure and high cholesterol. And, you know, I'm sure you could understand that kicked my butt in gear. But that wasn't the first time that I've tried to lose weight, especially because I've been overweight since I was in elementary school. I've been yo-yoing ever since, and it's been a decade of this. I can remember the first time that I had to go to a healthy eating class with my mom on the recommendation of my doctor, who was pretty upset that he had yet another fat little kid to take care of. The staff there was pretty nice, but you could definitely tell that there was this overlaying tension of just anger and disappointment that they had to teach little kids how to diet for their own good. And now that I'm older, I can recognize my eating habits and I have more control over them. I know that I'm one of those people who likes to cope with food. And by that I mean I used to get angry or get upset or just have some emotion that needed to be expressed, and rather than doing that, I used to eat food and force it down. And I know that I still sometimes do that, but being older and having control over what I buy for groceries and when I eat and how much I eat, it's a lot easier to control that. And I'm making changes, to go and break that habit. So goals are really important when it comes to weight loss, and I'm sure that every single other YouTube channel and TV show and medical TV show and advice column has told you just how important they are. So I don't think I need to go into that. And instead I'm going to tell you about what my goals are. Eventually I want to get down to a US size 10. But for right now, knowing that that's a pretty far off goal and that it's not going to happen overnight, I'm setting my sights on something a little bit easier, which is to weigh less than 220 pounds by the time I graduate university. And that's going to be in May. So that just means that I have to lose 1.5 pounds, every month, which seems pretty simple. But it took me 7.5 months to lose 22 pounds, which is, 3 pounds a month. So you would think that having this simpler, kinder, goal would be a lot easier. But I'm working a full-time job, 30, 40-hour work weeks of manual labor, along with, full-time going to school. And that's not an excuse. That's just me explaining my circumstances. I know I have a habit of swinging by Carl's Jr. on the way home from school or the way home from work when I'm too tired to cook. And I know that this is going to be difficult for me, and I'm admitting that. And it's definitely going to be a journey, and it's one that I'm really hoping I'll be able to share with you. We've established that, weight loss is about little steps. And one of the very first steps that I'm going to be taking towards leading a healthier life is to remove processed foods from my diet. If you don't know, processed foods are anything that's convenient or has to be changed in order to be consumed. Now, some of the most obvious ones would be microwave burritos, frozen pizzas, chips, cookies, the fun stuff. But it also includes things like canned fruits in their own juices and, frozen vegetables and milk and cheese and oil. And seriously, who doesn't love cheese? But for me, with my family history of diabetes and, heart issues and high blood pressure and cholesterol because of, us being overweight. This is pretty cardinal to my weight loss. So why am I bothering with this? Why am I joining all of these other health gurus and their healthy living channels to tell you the exact same thing? Why am I bothering to chirp at you some more about how healthy living and losing weight is, important? I want this to be, number one, accountability for how I'm doing, because this is how I've found I lose weight better and I stay healthy. Having this record of what I'm doing and having this opportunity to reflect on the mistakes I've made or, the advances that I've made, it helps me. But I also want this to be, a testament to how nitty-gritty losing weight is. It's not cut and dry. It's not every single day doing perfectly and working out as long as you wanted to and eating only what you wanted to because you knew it was good for you. Undoubtedly, I'm gonna have days where I, gave in and ate those 5 Oreo cookies that I really wanted, or completely blew it and decided to go to a buffet, or sat in bed all day and refused to get up. And I want this to be proof that it's not always that simple. I don't have sponsors for this. I am working full-time but still struggling to pay bills. I'm going to school full-time. I don't have that's free time that some of these YouTube people do. And I want this to be proof of that. I'm starting in the middle of my journey where I've made progress, but I still have more to make. And I want people to know that regardless of whether you're just starting out or you haven't started yet but you're thinking about it, or you're in the middle like me, or you've already made it, as difficult as this is, or as it was worth it because you did something. And you deserve to be recognized for taking an interest in your own health, especially if, like me, you've struggled with it. So that's all the time I have for this episode. It's actually a lot later than I wanted it to be when I finished this, and I really do need to go get groceries. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm hoping to have videos up Friday evenings, assuming that I have time and energy. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.